How's it going, Interfriends? On here once again with another episode of I Played a Thing, Inherit the Earth, Quest for the Orb. Last time we had a busy day. We were imprisoned by the dogs for not being funny, only Riff was able to break out of prison, leaving the other two behind, a giant lizard basically solved a maze for us, and then because we couldn't get back into the dog castle, we went and hung out with the Wildcat tribe for a while. Their chiefess Prower was very nice to us. Her daughter Murph is currently delirious and dying of an infection, and so since we can't save our friends right now, we're gonna see if we can't do Prower and the Wildcats a solid, because after all they did give us a place to crash for the night. So let's get down to business. Where to go?
Let's see where we are.
Good idea, Riff. Well, it looks like north and a little bit west of here we've got some kind of house. And Riff did mention that he's not a healer himself, but he does meet a lot of people with various talents in his travels, so let's go see who lives there. The wildlands are pretty big and broad, so navigating through them can be a little slow.
I think I see someone moving around in there. Hello? Hello? Is anyone in there? Hello?
Go away!
Her hospitality is underwhelming.
Well, someone is at home, but they don't seem too interested in talking to us. Let's try that again.
Excuse me, but I am in need of a doctor. Could you perhaps direct me to one in this vicinity?
I said, go away!
But this is an emergency. A life hangs in the...
What's the matter? Are you deaf? I said, go away!
Amazing. She wouldn't even listen to my plight. Crazy old cat.
And Riff was so polite, too. We'll give that one more try.
Excuse me, but could you perhaps...
Ice.
But this...
What's the ice?
Amazing. Crazy old...
Looks like we're not going to be getting anything more out of her. At least, not by just talking to her directly at the door. Riff did call her a crazy old cat, though. Who else do we know who was a cat? Rack your memories, folks, and you might recall Inaras at the Sanctuary of the Orb. And Inaras did have a sister, a llama, who we're supposed to give a letter to. Let's give that a try.
I know. I'll slip the letter under the door. She'll read it and let me in. She is, after all, a cat. And her curiosity will surely get the better of her. Then again, maybe not.
Well, this demands a little change in tactics, I think. The idea of slipping the letter to her seems sound enough. We'll just have to try a different way of getting it in there. One that isn't quite so easily thrown away.
If at first you don't succeed, block the bottom of the door. I seem to have missed an opening.
Okay, you live, you learn. We've got 2 openings we need to stop up. Third time's a charm.
All right, if that's the way you want to play. Go ahead, try to throw the letter out now.
Oops! A letter from Inaras. Why, it's been forever since I heard from her. I suppose she's still involved with that sanctuary thing. She always did like that hoodoo.
Yes, in fact, she...
But what about you? Surely you didn't come all the way up here just to bring me this letter, did you?
No, ma'am. I'm on a quest to...
Where are my manners? Would you like something to eat? Poor thing, you must be half starved. You come in and tell me all about yourself while I fix us a little snack.
Very well.
And sit up straight. Young people need to watch their posture, or by the time you're my age, you'll be round-shouldered. You don't want that, do you?
No, ma'am,
Well, all right then. Go ahead, tell me all about yourself. What are you doing here?
I'm on a quest to recover the Orb of Storms, which was stolen from its sanctuary at the temple. I saw the smoke coming from the chimney and decided to stop.
Well, it's a good thing you did. Or you'd be wandering around lost for sure. Land sakes, you've had quite an adventure, haven't you?
Yes. And I fear it is far from over. Now I must try to locate a doctor for Prower's daughter. I feel she will not last much longer.
I know of no doctors in this area. However, there are some folk remedies that we have used for many years.
And they work?
Child, these remedies have been around a lot longer than those newfangled medicines. They work just fine.
I can't help but like Alama. She's obviously reclusive and she has kind of an intimidating witchy appearance, but once you get past the outer shell, she's like a sweet old granny cat.
Can you tell me what these remedies are?
Of course, I can make one up for you. First, we'll need some honey.
Honey? I mean to cure her, not sweeten her.
The honey will act as an astringent to draw out the fever. I'll give you a bowl to gather it in.
This will help her delirium?
Once the fever is broken, the delirium will subside.
She seems to know her subject.
What about the pain?
We will put catnip leaves into the salve to help ease the pain. Also make a tea from the leaves. It will act as a sedative for her.
Well, I guess catnip is kind of like catweed, and medical marijuana can be good for pain.
What can I use to heal the wound?
Is the wound open?
Yes, it is.
Then you must also get a needle and thread to sew up the wound.
Sew up the wound? Oh, I don't think...
You must be brave. If the wound is not sewn up, none of the other ingredients will be effective.
Where can I find these materials?
Honeybees make their combs mostly in hollow trees. Catnip grows best in moist soil, so look around lakes and streams. Just look around you.
And the needle and thread?
That may prove to be more difficult. Alas, I have none myself, or I would gladly donate them. Perhaps another village or a traveling merchant could be of help.
And these ingredients are all I need to make the cure?
Land sakes, no, child. Those are just the ingredients I don't already have. Find those ingredients, bring them back to me, and you shall have your salve.
Anything else? Doesn't look that way.
Then I'd best be on my way. I have a life to save, friends to free from prison, and an orb to recover. All in all, a rather full schedule.
Then be off with you. When you return, I'll make up the salve and send you on your way.
For this, you will earn not only my gratitude, but that of the Wildcat tribe as well. I will return as soon as possible.
Things are rather urgent, but things are never too urgent to go hunting for flavor text. Oh, we can't look at a llama. That's too bad.
There's nothing like a nice, comfortable fire. Nothing special about it. Just a basic lamp. I wonder what's in there. I wonder if that's the eating bowl, the washing bowl, or the mixing of potions bowl. I wonder what's in there. I wonder if a llama rides this.
Oh, Riff. You know, it's kinda weird how many completely mundane objects do get flavor text complete with voiceover by Riff. So many things that have no particular in-game purpose that the game does take the time to include as distinct objects. I suppose it could be considered a little wasteful, but I appreciate it. So, we're going to need honey, we're going to need catnip, we'll need a needle and thread. Anything else? I think that was it. Alright, we better get to hunting. A mountain stream. That seems like a promising place to go hunting for catnip. Aha!
Looks like catnip.
Oh, no, we don't want to talk to the catnip. Maybe after Murph's had a little of it, she'll be wanting to talk to catnip, but that's not for us. Okay, what's next? We are going to need a needle and thread. And as luck would have it, I recall from previous playthroughs where to get that, otherwise it could be quite a long search because it's not at all intuitive where to find it. What we need to do is head in the direction of the Wildcat Village. Okay, there it is. And then we need to roll onto this forest clearing just to the north of it.
A traveling trader. Dressed better than most, at least until he sells the clothes he's wearing.
And a llama did mention that traveling salesman might be a promising resource for the needle and thread. Let's see if he has some.
Confound these shoes, shoddy materials.
'Tis a blight on our society.
Well, what do you want? Who are you?
My name is Riff of the Foxtrot.
Silas Honeyfoot is my name. Dry goods merchant extraordinaire is my game.
Well, Kylus here is the first mouse we meet, and he'll be the only mouse we meet.
I am, looking for an old friend. A raccoon. Perhaps you've seen him.
A raccoon. Let's see now. No, I don't recall running across any raccoons lately. But if I do, I'll be sure to mention that you're looking for him.
It was worth a try.
I would be most interested in seeing what you have.
So then, what will be your pleasure?
He does in fact have what we need, but there are some red herring items that we can get a little extra text from, so we'll try that first.
I would like to purchase the scarf.
A wise choice. That will be a mere 20 credits.
20 credits? I can't afford that.
Yeah, Riff is kinda skint at this point in his life.
I would like to purchase some cloth.
A wise choice. That will be a mere 12 credits.
12 credits? I'm afraid I do not have that much on me. That's far more than I'd be willing to pay. I would like to purchase some lace.
A wise choice. That will be a mere 15 credits.
15 credits? I don't have that kind of money for mere lace.
That's kind of a shame. Every now and then, a fox likes to feel a little frilly. Alright, needle and thread it is.
I would like to purchase the needle and thread.
A wise choice. That will be a mere 10 credits.
10 credits? I'm afraid I do not have that much on me.
Then perhaps you have something you could barter for it?
All I have on my person are...
The only thing I am interested in is that gold ring. I'd say that was worth 10 credits.
The ring in question is the wolf ring that we found in the Boar King's mud bath. We had to show that to Sist a while back so that he knew what the Boar King was up to, but we really don't have any further use for it at this point in our adventure, so no real reason we couldn't trade it away.
You are indeed a shrewd businessman, young fox.
A gold ring for a needle and thread. I can't help but think that he's getting the better of this deal, but we do really need it.
Farewell, friend Kylus.
Safe journey, my friend.
And on we go. Later in the game, Kylus will be a real pain in the ass. That's because we'll have to deal with him on a couple more occasions, and he always appears at this forest clearing first, the one just to the north of the Wildcats, but from here on out he will randomly move to other forest clearings, and you have no way of knowing which one he's going to be at, so in the future when we have to track down Kylus, we'll just have to randomly bounce from forest clearing to forest clearing until we get the one that he happens to be hanging out at. Needless to say, I will be fast-forwarding or cutting that out entirely. Now then, we're going to need some honey. Let's see if we have any promising-looking trees on the map.
Let's see where we are.
Let's see. Looks like there's one right here. Oh wait, no, that's a clearing. Let's walk a little bit north and see if we can't see a little better from there.
Let's see where we are.
Pardon me, folks, I've gone and gotten myself a little bit lost. I know there's an old tree around here somewhere.
Let's see where we are.
Is it maybe the north one here? Aha!
Hooray! Bees! And unless I miss my guess, those are definitely honeybees. That means there must be honey in that tree. Ouch! This is not going to be as easy as I thought. How am I ever going to get the honey away from those bees?
Yeah, Riff, that'll tend to happen when you approach a beehive. How to repel bees, how to repel bees. Well, we know beekeepers use a smoker. Looks like there's lots of tinder here. Could be useful for making a fire.
Now I have tinder for a fire. All I need is a spark to light it.
That could be a problem. We don't exactly have a Zippo on us. Well, this is a beginning, so let's move along and maybe we'll find something good for making a fire. The Quarry. That has some potential.
None of the miners seem to be around. The demand for dressed stone must be down this year.
Well, with none of the miners around, you know what that means. We can rob the place blind.
A piece of flint.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I bet you are.
Nothing special about it.
No, there's nothing special about it, but this is an adventure game, so if it's not nailed down or on fire, we collect it.
It's much too heavy for me to lift.
Not the rock riff.
A cut block of stone. Looks like good work, too.
While we're here, we might as well take a peek at what's inside.
I wonder what sort of mine this is. It doesn't look equipped for ore mining. Those stalactites look like jewels. This must be some sort of crystal mine.
Not really relevant to our current needs, but it's pretty as hell.
This is very interesting. How beautiful. I bet this is where the jewelry makers get their crystals from. That crystal has an eerie glow. I wonder what causes that. I wish I could show this to Reen. This is very interesting. How beautiful. I bet this is where the jewelry makers get their crystals from.
Well, he probably has similar things to say about all the crystals around the border of the screen here, but these green ones are a little extra conspicuous.
This crystal has a number of smaller pieces. What a lovely rock crystal. This must be worth something if I can just break it off. Those things are fastened pretty tightly.
It was worth a try. We don't really have anything suitable for digging out a chunk of rock-embedded crystal right now, but we'll keep that in mind for the future. Very good then. We have flint. We have tinder at the bee tree. We have a bowl to collect honey in. I think we're just about ready to collect some of that honey. This was where the tree was, right? Ah, very good.
Fly away, little bees. I shall take a small portion of your golden treasure and see that it is put to good use.
That's very respectful of you, Riff. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, that's the honey, that's the needle and thread, the catnip. Unless I'm forgetting something, that's everything we need for Murph's remedy. You can do it, Riff. There we go. Now, where are we vis-a-vis Alama's house?
Let's see where we are.
Oh, we're way off to the east. Westward ho, and a little north while we're at it.
What have you found so far?
Still can't look at her. Oh well. Have some honey.
This is excellent! Have you anything else for me?
You bet I do.
Good. You've gotten all the ingredients. I'll just go mix them up in the proper proportions, teach you to apply them, and send you on your way.
You have earned my gratitude, along with that of the Wildcat Chieftess.
The Wildcat Chieftess has long given me respect, and I her. Tell her I will keep her daughter in my thoughts. Well?
Nope, looks like she doesn't have anything else to say.
Then I'd best be on my way. I have a life to save, friends to free from prison, and an orb to recover. All in all, a rather full schedule.
Then be off with you. When you return, I'll make up the salve and send you on your way.
For this, you will earn not only my gratitude, but that of the Wildcat tribe as well. I will return as soon as possible.
I don't think we need to worry about making the salve and returning as soon as possible with the ingredients. That's kinda taken care of. A little bit of carelessness with the dialogue there.
Nothing special about it.
I don't know, I think healing salve is pretty special. Especially given the lengths we went through to get the ingredients. But never mind that. Alright, hang in there, Murph, we're coming.
Master Riff, I have orders to let you pass.
Actually, can we talk to this guy at all?
Good day! Good... Excuse me. Hairball.
Okay, that was totally worth it.
It's hard for me to believe that there really is such a thing as a disciplined cat.
Anything else we can check out while we're here? Riff, I don't think you need to walk all the way over there to look at it.
Interesting design.
Indeed it is, but this is the one we need. Hey, Prower, guess what?
Prower, I believe I have the remedy. Prower, I believe I have the remedy.
But I repeat myself. Now then, I recall the sequence of events you need to do here being a little weird, so I may have a couple of false starts trying to figure out what exactly I have to use on Murph when. Let's try talking to her first.
Help me! Help me! I'm so hot! I'm burning! Burning!
Hold on, my darling! You must hold on!
Nothing new there.
Nothing special about it.
Oh, wrong button. Not on the cot. Do we need to give, maybe?
The salve has been applied and the wound sewn shut. I think she'll be fine. The medicine should take effect soon.
Mother. Mother? Is that you?
Yes. Oh, yes, Murph. At last we'll have a reason to celebrate in the village after so long.
Your people certainly know how to celebrate, Prower.
Of course, it's because my daughter Murph shall live. You have earned our eternal gratitude, Riff. How can we ever repay you?
My friends are still being held prisoner by Prince and his dog guards. I must rescue them. If you assist me in this, I would happily consider the debt paid.
What did you have in mind?
If my plan is successful, there will be no bloodshed. In fact, the dogs will never even know you were there.
It is done. All of the sedative has been placed in the food supply. The rest is up to you.
Excellent. Each dog who consumes the sedative will sleep for at least 3 hours. More than enough time for me to free my friends.
But the sedative is not that strong. You will still have to be very quiet so as not to awaken any of the dogs.
I will have to take my chances. It is the only way to save my friends.
Our best wishes go with you.
Hey, that's a pretty slick plan. Little bit of Riff's know-how and a little bit of feline ninjutsu, and we've got some sleepy dogs. We'll just let them lie as we commence our exploration of the castle. Now then, you may recall in a previous episode that I said there was a maze in this game that was just unforgivable. That's kind of an exaggeration on my part. I did a test run of this, and it's not quite as bad as I remembered it. It's still pretty rough, though. It's at least internally logical. That is, you could map it out with a bit of graph paper, and you wouldn't have any parts that don't connect like you would in some 2D door mazes or teleporter mazes. It's just a real pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did with Maze Time before, and that's go to post-commentary for a while, do a little talk about the game as I work my way through, and I'll see you on the other side. Last Maze Time, I left off at the Dreamers Guild deciding to recruit some furries to help with character design, so let's pick up there. Talon, who you may recall was co-founder of the guild and this game's creative lead, was a frequent visitor of sci-fi conventions at the time, and gained some familiarity with the furry scene through fandom crossover. And so it came to pass that Talon and company would attend furry conventions in Los Angeles, bearing character ideas born of their story development sessions, and hire artists to do sketches at $20 a pop. These unusual visual designers ended up including several fandom notables, so I'll take a little time to talk about a few of them. First off is Lisa Yanako, as was her name at the time, aka Ermine and Lisa Lynx. Lisa and her then-husband, Mark Yanako, were longtime friends of Talon's, as well as fixtures of the LA area furry scene. Mark and Lisa were brought into the guild's world-building sessions, and some of Lisa's art helped inspire the game in the first place. In addition to her concept art, including the first known sketch of Riff, Lisa also handled the in-game animations for Riff, Reen, and others. These days, she's Lisa Sample, being married to Ken Sample, a very old-school artist whose work was some of the first I ever saw in my own contact with the fandom.
Nothing special about it.
I got a sketch from him once. Another notable was Eric Blumerick, whose name I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. He was a sort of rapid prototyper for the guild, able to crank out sketches at an impressive pace. His art style, which I would describe as kind of angular and severe, wasn't quite right for the game, so Talon and company would often use his designs as a base for other artists to build on. Eric was kind of a controversial figure among furries. He co-founded Burned Fur, probably the best-known clean-up-the-fandom movement in its history, and to call him outspoken would be an understatement. Following a nasty online scuffle with another Burned Fur on the subject of 9/11, ending in a public death threat against Eric, he soon moved on from the furry sphere in favor of real-world political causes and other projects. Okay, I'm going to drop out of Maze Time for a moment and take care of this business with Prince. As you can see in his hand there, he's got a key, and that is the key we're going to need to free Ak and Ia. Let's start by looking around a little, though.
What?
We're going to have to be careful of those squeaky floorboards as we move around, because they will cause Prince to roll over and hide the key under himself, and then we have to walk back toward the door to make him roll over again, and expose the key for our nabbing.
What? What?
But I'm not going to worry about that while I'm just looking at things.
No, grab the fox. Stop him.
And we get little snippets of dialogue from him in the process, so all's well and good.
Must have been a big bird. Nice piece of furniture. Nice piece of furniture.
Can I open it?
Wait for me, girls. Wait for me.
I don't even want to know, Prince. Nope, doesn't look like we can open that up.
Foxes. Too many foxes. Fluffy tails. I hate foxes. Foxes. Too many foxes.
Man, we are just living rent-free in Prince's head, aren't we?
Nice chest.
Well, I think we've got more evidence that Riff is a bit of a tit man.
No, grab the fox. Stop him.
How pretty.
I'll catch you, fox. I'll catch you.
Alright, enough screwing around. Let's head back to the door and try and get past all the squeaky boards and actually get the key this time.
What? What?
That won't do.
What? What?
So, looks like we head down a bit, then up a little bit on the diagonal, then down from... Oh, nope, no good.
What?
I think when sleeping, he shows the best side of his personality. The prince is a light sleeper. I'd better move quietly.
You were a little late with that observation.
I'd best let sleeping dog princes lie.
Good call.
A key!
It sure is. And with that, we have ourselves one iron key, and no need to worry about the squeaky boards.
I'll catch.
And now we return to your regularly scheduled maze time. Another person of interest who worked on this game, in this case as an animator, wasn't and isn't really a furry fan to the best of my knowledge, though he was guest of honor at least one such convention, and his work is certainly celebrated by furries of a certain age. Reed Waller is better known as the artist and co-creator of Omaha the Cat Dancer, an adult anthropomorphic slice-of-life comic published from 1978 to 2013. Mind you, that includes a 10-year hiatus, but that's still a hell of a run. Omaha is a 5-time Eisner Award nominee, and was one target in the 1988 Chicago obscenity case that led to the creation of the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. One more name for today, Terry Smith. I'm not entirely sure what her role was in Inherit the Earth. She's in the credits under Special Thanks. There are some scans of concept sketches she did for ITE, but they don't bear much resemblance to the final designs. In any case, like Lisa and Ken Sample, Terry is a super old-school artist and has been prolific since well before I came around in the early 90s. She's best known for her character Chester Ringtail, who the kids today might be less familiar with, but had quite the Lust Brigade back in the day. She also appears to have been an animator on the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes cartoon series, so that's weird. And Terry did an art for me once, and it was very nice. The end.
I lose again. Again? Let us lap down a few in celebration.
You lost, and I won. That's true. But I suspect you've been betting with my chips.
A good drink and your chips are all that sustains me.
Dogs playing poker. I see what you did there, Inherit the Earth. Can't look at him. Can't look at much of anything here. Alright, let's just sidle on by and hope they're a little too engaged in their game and possibly too crocked to notice.
Hey, I see a fox. Not that old trick. You're not picking at my cards.
Riff, you've returned. I knew you would.
Well, what do you think about our long-awaited reunion there, yeah?
I never doubted you'd save us.
I bet you did.
You are an honorable warrior to have returned.
I'm more of a rogue class than a warrior, really.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Are you sure this is the right way? In that case, I say forget about dealing. We should replay these very same hands again.
It was an entertaining hand.
Agreed, then. Give me some of your chips so that I may bet.
Someone open a new bowl of wine.
I kinda like that he says a bowl of wine rather than a bottle of wine, because after all, they're dogs.
Now I see a fox, a boar, and an elk.
I'll see that, and raise you a duck, a pig, and a dozen mice.
Alright, where was I? And we're out. This episode has run a decent length, and I think this is a pretty natural place to leave off anyway, so let's call it a day. Now that we've settled accounts with the dogs and wrapped up business with the llama and the wildcat tribe, we can finally get back on the trail of that mysterious raccoon and hopefully find out what's become of the Orb of Storms. Until next time, be well and thank you very much for watching. This is signing off. Today's twisty little passages, all alike, have been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Mechasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnite, Patrick Bellinger, Rob Lyons, Andy Kurland, Jarogue, Martin Schallenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, Dan Larson, Electric Keat, McCaffrey Crandall, K. Ivan Rupert, J. Black, Charlie Dunst, Kikoskia, Kobo4231, and other twisty little patrons, all different. Much love to you all, and thanks as well to everyone subscribed, the ever-wonderful commentariat, and all you good folks watching. I greatly enjoy your thoughts, and knowing you're out there enjoying what I do is a great motivator, and I really appreciate it. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll see you real soon.